Welcome back to LC Coins World, the place where small change can lead to jaw-dropping discoveries. Today, we're going to uncover 8 Washington quarters that have shocked collectors and stunned auction houses with value soaring into the hundreds of thousands. These are the coins that look ordinary to most people, but for those who know what to look for, they can be life-changing. If you love uncovering coin secrets and rare finds, make sure to subscribe here so you don't miss any of these shocking stories. First up, we're diving into the 1980D Washington quarter. At first glance, it looks like just another pocket change coin, something millions of Americans use daily for gas, groceries, or pecking meters back in the mid-197s. But coin, depending on its condition and hidden errors, has the power to transform a simple 25 cents into a life-changing discovery worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's talk condition first, because that alone makes a world of difference. The coin I'm holding here shows clear signs of circulation. You can see the wear on Washington's hair, the flattening on the high, points of the eagle's wings, and those small scratches that come from decades of use. Most people would toss this back into change without thinking twice. But collectors know that even in this kind of circulated state, the 1980D worth holding on to, especially if you're sharp enough to spot something unusual about it. Now here's where it gets exciting. The 1980D has a notorious reputation for errors and varieties that can shock even the most experienced collectors. One of the most talked about is the 1980 Double Diverse. On these rare coins, you'll see strong doubling on the date and the words "In God We Trust." Imagine pulling one of those out of circulation today. In lower grades, you might already be holding something worth a few $100s, but in uncirculated grades, coins that never saw a single day of use, the value rockets upward. Mint State 65 examples have sold for $10,000 to $25,000. And here's the jaw-dropper. If a flawless MS-67 with dramatic doubling could easily push into the $300,000 range, maybe even higher if two determined collectors went head-to-head, bidding for it. Asterisk. Think about that for a moment. A coin struck 50 years ago in Denver. One of millions could hold the power to pay for a brand new luxury car or even a house if you've got the right one. That's the kind of story that makes the coin world so addictive, and it's why collectors never stop searching, because treasures like this don't just live in museums. They're still sitting out there in coin jars, rows and collections waiting to be found. Asterisk. And here's another twist. Even coins without doubling or obvious errors can be worth shocking amounts if the condition is right. 1980D Washington quarter graded MS-67 without any errors sold for over $10,000, simply because of its pristine surfaces, full luster and sharp strike. That's understand its origins, its purpose, its design, evolution, its rare varieties, and the surprising high-value examples hiding in circulation make this one of the most overlooked coins in the numismatic world. So get ready, because in this video we will explore the complete 2-hour journey behind the 1992 P quarter, from the birth of the Washington Quarter series to the technological advancements of the United States Mint and the rare errors that can turn an ordinary pocket coin into a valuable treasure. The story of the 1992 P Washington quarter dollar begins long before the year 1992 to understand. This coin, you must go back to the early 20th century when the United States Mint introduced the Washington quarter in 1932. The coin was originally created to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth and was intended to be a one-year commemorative issue. However, the design became so popular with the public that it continued into full regular production, replacing the standing Liberty quarter, which had circulated since 1916. The portrait of George Washington was sculpted by John Flanagan, whose design would dominate American coinage for nearly 70 years, until the statehood quarter series began in 1999. As decades passed, the Washington quarter remained mostly unchanged, but by the time the 1990s arrived, the mint was transitioning into a more technologically advanced era. During this time, the Philadelphia Mint, known for producing some of the highest yearly mintages, began refining its dies, improving striking, pressure, and experimenting with dye polishing methods to enhance the overall quality of circulation. Coins. This shift is extremely important when examining the 1992 P quarter because it marks one of the last years before major national coinage projects transformed U.S. circulating coin production. The year 1992 itself stands at an interesting point in American history. The country was recovering from recession, technology was rapidly evolving digital. Equipment was becoming more common, and the mint was preparing for massive changes that would begin later in the decade, including the 50 state quarter program and new security features for other denominations. For the quarter specifically, 1992 represents the final era of the classic Washington design before major reworking of the reverse. In the upcoming years, the 1992 P quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which placed the P mint mark to the right of Washington's ponytail. Philadelphia produced over 600 million of these coins, making them common in circulation, yet examples in high grade, especially in mint, state, and proof-like condition, remain surprisingly difficult to locate because these coins were intended. Collectors pay special attention to strike quality in the 1992 P quarter. Some coins display unusually sharp details in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers on the reverse, which indicates exceptional die strength and proper striking pressure. Others show lighter, weaker impressions demonstrating the mint's ongoing struggle with balancing die life and mass production. These technical variations make the 1992 P an exciting study piece for both new and advanced collectors. Another reason this coin has gained attention in recent years is the existence of rare errors and varieties. Several dramatic mint mistakes occurred in 1992, including clipped planchets, broad strikes, double dies collar strikes, and off-center strikes. Some 1992 P quarters also display die polishing lines that create a semi-proof-like surface. A feature highly desirable among collectors. A small number of examples struck on experimental or foreign planchets have been confirmed by grading companies, making them extremely valuable. When such errors appear at auction, they can reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on grade and rarity. A particularly interesting aspect of this coin is its transitional importance. The 1992 P quarter belongs to the copper-nickel clad era, which began in 1965, after silver was removed from circulating quarters. While silver quarters, minted before 1965, remain valuable for their metal content, the coins from this era gain value through errors, condition, rarity, and collector demand. This shift in what makes a coin valuable creates an educational opportunity for collectors who want to understand both metal value and numismatic value. By the late 20th century, collectors started paying increased attention to modern circulation coins, which were previously ignored. A new generation of numismatists realized that modern clad coins could also become rare with the passage of time as high-grade, untouched examples grow scarcer every year. This change in the hobby caused renewed interest in coins like the 1992 P quarter, bringing new price records and higher submissions to grading companies, such as PCGS and NGC high grade. Examples, especially in MS67 and above, can sell for impressive prices because they are extremely difficult to find in perfect condition. Throughout this video, we will also explore the production process of the quarter at the Philadelphia Mint, including how planchets are prepared, how dies are engraved, how striking pressure impacts design clarity, and how quality control at the mint affects modern coin rarity. These behind-the-scenes details help explain why certain errors occur, why die varieties form, and why some coins leave the mint with characteristics that make them worth far more than face value. Furthermore, we will trace the journey of the Washington quarter from pocket change to collectible for decades. Americans use these coins in daily transactions, vending machines, toll booths, pay phones, and supermarkets, leaving very few pristine examples. Today, collectors search old banks, coin rolls, estate collections, and even storage boxes, hoping to uncover rare 1992 P quarters that escaped years of circulation. Many stories of collectors discovering valuable examples continue to inspire the growing interest in this coin. As the video continues, we will discuss auction records, collector market trends, grading tips, authentication strategies, and the specific traits that separate common worn examples from high-value potential pieces. By learning what to look for, you increase your chances of discovering a valuable 1992 P. Washington quarter dollar either in your own collection or while hunting through circulated rolls. In the final chapter of the script, we will connect the story of this coin to the broader evolution of American coinage, explaining how each quarter minted between 1932 and today represents a piece of national history. The 1992 P quarter stands not only as a circulating coin, but as a marker of technological transition, economic shifts, and cultural evolution within the United States Mint. This complete 2-hour exploration will give viewers a deep understanding of the 1992 P. Washington quarter dollar, its importance in numismatics, its hidden potential, and the reasons collectors continue to search for rare, high-grade, and error examples of this fascinating coin. Stop! You might be holding up to 800,000 in your hand. Sounds unbelievable, I know. But stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to prove exactly why this small silver-cold coin has collectors fighting online, why American and Gulf dealers are bidding crazy numbers, and how you can tell whether your coin is one of the lucky ones. So grab your change jar, because this could be the most valuable minute of your week. I don't skip. I show you where to check the secret mint. Marks, how to spot the rare misprint. That turns a simple Durham into a jackpot, and where to sell it for real cash in 2025. The coin that started a storm. Back in 2005, the central bank of the UAE struck millions of 1 Durham coins. To most people, they were everyday change, metal discs for coffee or parking meters. But a few were struck, using a special planche and a off-center die, creating subtle differences, a thicker rim, a deeper shine, a faint double strike on the Arabic script. Those errors went unnoticed until a few sharp-eyed collectors in Dubai and later in Texas began comparing weights. One coin was 0.3 g heavier, and that single detail turned it into gold. By 2024, coin graders at NGC and PCGS confirmed that these minting irregularities were genuine. Auction houses suddenly had bidding wars. A single flawless 2005 Durham with the Dubai Mint misstrike fetched over $800,000 USD. Why this coin is so valuable. It's not just rarity. It's the combination of rarity, metal composition, and global demand. The 2005 batch had a transitional metal mix when the mint briefly switched, alloys, a die alignment error that gave some coins a rotated reverse, a micro-engraving variation on the Arabic word Durham. Add those together and you get a numismatic storm, a small but unmistakable signature that tells experts this is one of the rarest modern UAE coins ever made. And because global coin hunters, especially in the US, are now fascinated by world mint errors, the value skyrocketed. Investors aren't buying it for a few hundred. They're paying hundreds of thousands because only a handful exist. How to identify the $800,000 version. So how can you tell if your 1 Durham coin is worth more than your car? Here's what professionals look for. 1 year, 2005. Only. Check that the AH and AD dates match correctly. Misaligned dates add value. 2. Weight exactly 610 to 620 G. Anything above 625 may indicate the heavier valuable strike. 3. Rim. Look closely under light. The rare version has a slightly raised rim and sharper milling. 4. Mint error. If the Arabic calligraphy shows a faint doubling, that's your treasure. 5. Sound test. Drop it gently on a glass surface. A high ringing tone means higher grade alloy. If your coin matches these signs, pause right now. Put it in a small plastic holder and do not clean it. Cleaning can destroy value instantly. How collectors verify authenticity. Once you suspect you've got a rare coin, the next step is professional verification. In the US, the top graders are PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, send you coin for grading. They'll inspect metal, composition, strike quality, and surface preservation. If they confirm a genuine cleaning can destroy value instantly. How collectors verify authenticity. Once you suspect you've got a rare coin, the next step is professional verification. In the U.S., the top graders are PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. Send your coin for grading. They'll inspect metal, composition, strike quality, and surface preservation. If they confirm a genuine 2005 Durham-era strike, they seal it in a protective case with a barcode and certification number. That single label can multiply value tenfold. Where to? Sell it for maximum value? Now, for the question everyone asks, where can I sell this coin for real money? One Heritage. Auctions USA. They've already sold several Gulf region-era coins at premium prices. Stack's Bowers Galleries, another trusted auction house for world coins. 3 eBay USA or UK. List only if you have grading papers. Include clear photos and certificate details. Quattro. Numista and MA shops. Specialized European platforms for certified world. Coins. 5 private collectors coin. Forums and verified Facebook groups often have serious buyers ready to wire. Funds for rare Durhams. Why US? Buyers are paying so much? Here's the twist most people miss. US collectors. 3 eBay USA or UK. List only if you have grading papers. Include clear photos and certificate details. Quattro. Numista and MA shops. Specialized European platforms for certified world. Coins. 5 private collectors coin. Forums and verified Facebook groups often have serious buyers ready to wire. Funds for rare Durhams. Why US? Buyers are paying so much? Here's the twist most people miss. US collectors. Adore world coins with cross mint connections, and the 2005 UAE Durham used planes similar to those from a European mint. That link makes it historically special and legally fascinating. When a coin bridges cultures, Arabic design, European alloy, and global demand, it becomes an icon. That's why American collectors have driven up prices beyond what anyone expected. Protect your coin like treasure. If your coin seems rare, treat it like gold. Store it in a coin capsule or airtight bag. Keep away from moisture and sunlight. Never polish or rub it. Natural toning adds authenticity. Photograph both sides. Under white light. Even the smallest scratch can drop value by 10,000 or more. The hidden hacks collectors use. Coin hunters use some clever tricks. Magnification hack. Use your phone's macro lens to detect doubling. Nearly $800,000. And do you know what's even more shocking? The buyer wasn't from the UAE. It was an American collector who specializes in rare transitional mint errors. This means U.S. audiences just like you are now actively hunting coins from around the world, not just American pennies or quarters, but global coins like this in February 1. Dirham now. Pause for a second and think, when was the last time you checked the coins you brought home from a trip abroad, or those coins your parents might have collected after a Dubai visit? Exactly. Because right now, some people are discovering life-changing money not in banks, not in lottery eyes, but in old, forgotten travel wallets. But let's get to the real hidden story behind this 2005 coin, something that experts only discovered recently. It turns out that the 2005 mint batch was produced in 2 different mints, Abu Dhabi and Canada's Royal Mint. Yes, Canada, the UAE, outsourced a small part of the production to ensure quality consistency. However, due to slight dye pressure variations between the 2 mints, coins from the Canadian batch have a subtly higher relief, meaning the design pops out slightly more. Those are the coins that later turned out to be the rarest of ALI. So if your one Durham coin from 2005 looks like it has deeper engraving or sharper lines, hold on tight. That's not just a coin. That could be an $800,000 miracle. Collectors refer to these as the deep strike Durhams. Even more mysterious is that only a handful have ever surfaced. Most of these deep strikes were sent overseas or ended up in private hands before the UAE fully realized their collectible potential. Now let's connect this to the global coin market. Rare coins are one of the fastest growing collectible investments in the world. Between 2020 and 2024, the coin auction market grew by nearly 37%, with international buyers focusing on coins that represent unique cultural and minting histories. Peace.